Natural gas is natural gas is a non-renewable resource that, although natural gas has been known since ancient times, its commercial use is relatively recent. In about 1000 BC, the famous oracle at Delphi on Mount Parnassus in ancient Greece was built where the natural gas escaped from the ground in a flame. Around 500 BC, the Chinese started using crude bamboo pipelines to transport gas that seeped to the surface and to use it to boil seawater to get drinkable water. The first commercialized natural gas occurred in Britain. Around 1785, the British used natural gas to produce locomotive lighthouses and trees. In 1816, Baltimore, Maryland used this type of manufactured natural gas to become the first city in the U.S. to light the streets with gas. Natural gas was discovered and identified in America as early as 1626, when French explorers discovered native igniting gases that were seeping into and around Lake Erie. In 1821, William Hart dug the first successful natural gas well in the U.S. in Fredonia, New York. Eventually, the Fredonia Gaslight Company was formed, becoming the first American natural gas distribution company. In 1836, the city of Philadelphia created the first municipally owned natural gas distribution company. Today, U.S. public gas systems number more than 900, and the Philadelphia Gas Works is the largest and exclusively longest operating public gas system in the U.S. During most of the 19th century, natural gas was used almost exclusively as a source of light, but in 1885, Robert Bunsen's invention of what is now known as the Bunsen burner opened up vast new opportunities to use natural gas. Once effective pipelines began to be built in the 20th century, the use of natural gas expanded to home heating and cooking, appliances such as water heaters and oven ranges, manufacturing and processing plants, and boilers to generate electricity. Natural gas is a vital component of the world's supply of energy. It is one of the cleanest, safest, and most useful of all energy sources. Despite its importance, however, there are many misconceptions about natural gas. For instance, the word gas itself has a variety of different uses and meanings. When we fuel our car, we put gas in it. However, the gasoline that goes through your vehicle, or fossil fuel itself, is very different from natural gas. The gas in the common barbecue is actually propane, which, while closely associated and commonly found in natural gas, is not really natural gas itself. While commonly grouped in with other fossil fuels as sources of energy, there are many characteristics of natural gas that make it unique. Natural gas is made up of these ingredients: methane, ethane, propane, isobutane, normbutane, isobutane, and normbutane. Natural gas is composed mostly of methane and ethane, while it has a variety of other gases mixed into it. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, natural gas was used primarily for street and building lighting, providing what was known as gaslight. Today, improved distribution of gas has made it possible to use for a wide variety of uses in homes, businesses, factories, and power plants. Natural gas consumption by sector in the U.S. 2012. As you can see in the chart, electric power accounts for 38% of natural gas consumption, followed by industrial power, residential use, and commercial use. Greenhouse gas. Natural gas can impact the environment by emitting greenhouse gases, smog, and decrease the air quality and create acid rain. Sources include naturalgas.org, www.ungas.com, www.api.org, www.ucsusa.org, and www.eia.gov/kids/. Oh.
That was just the answer to the questions.
The U.S. accounts for much of the production.
Some of the world's best discoveries were made entirely by chance. Like in Australia back in 1899, when workers looking for water discovered natural gas. Today there are two main types of power stations used to turn natural gas into electricity. The first is called an open cycle power station. Here, natural gas is burned to produce pressurised gas that spins the blades of a turbine which is connected to a generator. Inside the generator, magnets spin, causing electrons in the wire to flow from one place to another, creating an electrical current and generating electricity. Combined cycle power stations are more efficient than open cycle power stations, typically generating around 50% more electricity. Because in addition to burning gas to turn a turbine, it also uses the waste heat to boil water and produce steam, which drives a second turbine, generating electricity. Combined cycle power stations are typically used on a daily basis to supply steady baseload power, while open cycle power stations are ideal during high peak demand, like on hot summer days. Nowadays, natural gas generates around 15% of Australia's electricity, with around half the carbon emissions of coal. Not bad for an accidental discovery.
That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.